Today we are making 3D abstract line art. So, some supplies you'll need are paper. Any kind of paper will do. I'm using printer paper. You can use markers, crayons, colored pencils, just a regular pencil, but I prefer to use a Sharpie to start out. So, by the end of the video, our art will look similar to this. To begin, you draw kind of a squiggly line on your paper, anywhere on the paper. I'm going to draw it kind of in the middle. Then what you're going to do is you're going to draw a dot at any point on the line. Then you're going to draw another dot, not too far away, and then you're going to start drawing other little lines to connect. And you'll keep doing this a couple of times. And then you'll repeat that again. So from that point here, and you'll just want to do it on a little bit of the edge of the paper, and then you'll draw another dot down here. Now this is going to take me a while, so you can skip ahead in the video. And another dot, and these can be different sized little portions. They don't have to all be the same. And you can always make little touch-ups along the way. You can even use different colored markers to create different colored lines, make it fancy, spice it up a bit. Draw another dot. Once again, draw connecting lines. Another dot. And then take the lines out to the edge of the paper. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna keep doing this, but you're gonna fill in the space with these kind of lines. So you're gonna draw another squiggly line. Maybe try to cross it over it within these little gap parts you see right here where the dot is drawn. And you do the same thing. So I'm going to draw a dot right here and a dot right here, and I'm going to take it. Draw another dot. Again, this will take a very long while, so you can always skip ahead. Another dot. Oh, look at that, another dot. Okay. Now when you get to this cross section point, you can either do a really tiny one, or you can just kind of cut it off, but I'm going to do a really tiny one like this. Kind of. And then I'm going to do another dot. Another dot. Connect the lines. And draw the lines off to the edge of the paper. Now, as the more you draw these lines, there's going to be like little tiny gaps, and you can just draw lines in any direction to fill those spaces. You'll see in a bit what I'm talking about. draw another line, just kind of connect it together. Like that. Draw a dot, a dot. It's a lot of repetition, but it turns out really great in the end. Once again, a tiny little space, so I'm going to make a smaller one. Draw another dot. Another dot. Another dot. Another dot. And you're just gonna keep drawing lines and put them through these little cross sections. That way you can fill up more space. Some of your lines can be thicker, some of them can be thinner. Doesn't matter. And if you make a mistake, I doubt anybody will notice because it is abstract. That's the great part about abstract art. For your thicker lines, you don't have to draw a dot because they're thicker. And so the dot won't be visible. And you can even skip the dot step if you want to. Draw more dots. Once again. Sorry I'm so quiet. Very focused. Keep drawing the lines. Filling the little spaces. And once I get to the really tight, tiny parts, which I will in a second, I will actually show you how to do the really tiny spots. So if you, so say I am drawing a line, you're gonna do the same thing that you did in a second. And you see these tiny little spaces right here? What you're gonna do is you're just gonna draw some lines in there so that it just fills in the little spaces and the tiny gaps. That way every little spot is covered with these lines. And you're gonna keep doing this until you're finished.